Edwards here with Trailhead Accounting Solutions. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Hey, today I want to teach you how to write off bad debt. Yes, it's an unfortunate part of running a business, but every so often you get those stinky customers that decide that they're not going to pay for your services. So after you have kind of exhausted all of your possibilities of trying to collect, you've called them, you've emailed them, tried to work out payment plans, and after, a couple months or a year, you kind of realize they're not going to pay, you're not going to be able to collect this. You can write these off and get them off of your books. So let's teach you how to do that. First step is we can come up here to reports, down to customers and receivables, and open invoices. And this report's going to show you all the open invoices that we have. So these are all the customers that currently owe you money. So we're going to look for the one that we want to write off. So we have figured out that we are not going to be able to collect on this invoice. It's invoice number 148 from ABC Corp, and the amount is $165. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to customers, come down here to create credit memos and refunds, and we're going to enter in the company's name, ABC Corp. We're going to put in the date we want to write it off, and the credit number will just go ahead and calculate, so just leave that alone. And then we'll come down here to item, and you're going to want an item that's set up for bad debt. And I'm going to look in here and see if they have one. I don't think they do, so we might need to set it up. Yep, let's go ahead and set one up for you. So under item, you're going to want to hit add new. We'll come down here to other charge, and the item name we're going to enter is bad debt. The description will be bad debt. You could also call it uncollectible funds. We're not going to put in a percentage because we want to be able to put in our own amount into the account here. Let's see if they have a bad debt expense. They do. So we'll go ahead and put this right towards the bad debt expense account. We'll click OK. And that will set it up. So now when you come in here, we can pick our item for bad debt. We'll go ahead and put to bad debt. I like to reference the invoice that I am writing off, but you don't have to. We can just say unable to collect invoice number 148. The quantity, I'm going to leave that alone. The amount of the invoice, so the amount that you need to write off is 165, and we had posted this to design, so I'm going to go ahead and post it against the design account. So this will come, the sale will come out of the design account, and this was a non-taxable, so we'll go ahead and change this to non-taxable. The reason for doing credit memos, this is very important, is this is the way that you can adjust your sales tax liability. There are a couple other different ways to write off bad debts using QuickBooks, but they don't adjust your sales tax liability. So if you're using sales tax, if sales tax is important to you, this is the way to do it. But this invoice was not charged sales tax, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. And you can put in a customer's message if you want. If you need to print it or email, go ahead and do that. But I don't, so I'm going to hit save and close. And when you save it, it's going to come up with this box that says, hey, you've got a remaining balance on this credit, which we can help you apply it somewhere else. So do you want to just leave it as an available credit? Do you want to offer a refund? So it'll help you write a check for this, so if they overpaid. But we want to apply it to an invoice because we're writing off bad debt. So apply to invoice and click OK. Then we will come down here and look for invoice number 148. It wants me to apply it to 147, but we're going to do 148. So we'll click that off and click done. And it'll go ahead and write it off. So then I suggest that you run a quick report to double check your work. So go ahead and come back down to reports, to customers and receivables, to open invoices. When you open that up, we'll look here under ABC Corp and make sure the invoice number 148 is no longer on here because we wrote that off, and it is. It's disappeared. So we are good to go. So that is how you write off bad debt. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call if you need additional assistance. Have a great day.